In this video, I tried to unite the Southern Slavs. Could I defeat 3+ major powers to do so? Watch the video to see. Alright, welcome back everyone. To the keen-eyed viewer, you may be noticing the map does look a bit different. That's because today we're playing the Age of Imperialism mod. And I'd like to play as the Balkan Federation, or Yugoslavia. So let's just hop right on into it. I'm going to leave Iron Man mode off because you never know what can happen in these mods, but I promise you I won't cheat. So let's just hit the start button. Alright, so Age of Imperialism. Basically, the backstory to this is, well, you know all those mods that say, what if Germany won World War I? What if Russia won World War I? What if Italy won World War I? Well, this is a world where World War I just simply never happened. So yeah, the year is 1931. It's a bit earlier than a regular Game of Hoy. Alright, so, as Yugoslavia, we start with 23 divisions. Alright, we do have 26 factories to our name. We actually have 20 civs, which is considerable. Yeah, look at that. We have a full line. Only 4 on consumer goods, so let's just start building some civs, of course. And we have 6 mills, so yeah, we'll assign our MIOs. Well, I really don't know what I want to do, so we'll just produce a little bit of everything to start off with. And here we go. This is our focus tree here today. This is the only focus we can do. We can establish a constitutional committee for 49 days, so we might as well. I like the look of our country. It's interesting. We have Bulgaria, and we have Serbia, and Montenegro, and a little bit of Bosnia as well. It's definitely a very interesting country. Our other Yugoslav lands are in the hands of Italy and Austria, so I would expect a conflict with them sometime, but you never know, really, with these mods. Here is a bit of lore for our country. You can pause the video if you want to read it. I'll leave it up on the screen here for a second. So Alexander the First is our leader. I'm not sure how long he's going to stick around for, but he is our leader for the start of the game here. Wait a minute, our foreign minister here, that guy looks a little familiar. Yeah, it looks like there are definitely some Easter eggs in this mod. And that's young Joseph Stalin, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think that's Ivan Gozniak. Yeah, and there's Mihailo Konstantinovich. May look like Einstein, but Einstein actually copied this guy's work. Oh, here's Nikola Tesla. He's here, actually. Not here. No, this is not Nikola Tesla. That's probably his son or someone very related to him, but no, he's actually right here. So, I had fun playing this mod the first time I did, but I will say one thing, is that events pop up every 2 seconds. So yeah, this sound right here is something you'll hear quite a bit if you decide to play this mod. Well, it seems we have a major crisis on our hands. There has been a worldwide economic collapse. We get Panica 1931 na Balkanu, which is very, very bad. 100% consumer goods factor. We can't build anything, we can't make anything. We lose 400 political power, 35 stability, and 25 war support. And yeah, it looks like Kaiser Wilhelm abdicated. Now Wilhelm III's in charge, so a lot of things are going on right now, and as you can see, because there's non-stop events, well, I don't know if this alliance will stick, but Italy has formed the tripartite with France and Austria, which is not good for us. There we go, the hard beginning of Yugoslavia. We have a new constitution today, and a new name, and that unlocks with us a few options. We can do these, or we can now assess the damage, and start picking away at this terrible Panic of 1931 spirit. But I think first we should pick an alignment and remove our unpopular autocracy spirit, which is hurting us a lot, actually. After reading through a little bit of this, I think I'm going to go with the liberals today because this spirit is, I think, the best out of the 3 of them. And sure, let's train up 19 new divisions as well. We're going to need a lot of equipment, but that should trickle in, and might as well. I mean, we have nothing else to do right now. We're making 1 gun a day. I will say it's tough to pick between a few of these things because there's just so many green numbers that I don't know what I'm looking at. You know what I do like is compliance growth, so I will do religious freedom next. Portugal has invaded Spain. I was between Portugal and Yugoslavia when I was trying to figure out who to play today, so I'll keep my eye on these guys. There we go. All Yugoslavs should be equality. Yes, that makes sense. I think it's time we fix our economy. We'll assess the damage now. Oh gosh, this is cursed. You can zoom in that much? Anyways, we've assessed the damage, so now we have 2 choices. We can either intervene into our economy, or we can trust the free market and we get a laissez-faire economy, which is what I'm going to do. I've also assembled a fantastic cabinet here in our government. Look at these guys. Some great choices down here. Seems Austria is staying with Karl I. If you know a little bit about this mod, you'll know they can go either Karl or another man who you may know from, who let's just say he's probably the main person involved with World War II. Well, time for probably my favorite focus in this whole tree, increased foreign investment, where we get 1 infrastructure and 1 civ, and it looks like 13 different states. Well, it seemed that didn't go too hot for Portugal. Well, we should probably research the basic uniform because right now, let's just say our soldiers are probably a bit cold out there on the front line. Are the sausages already rolling? That's interesting. I don't know. Should they be? Alright, so we can't do this one until we have done either Yugoslavia Land of Freedom or Yugoslavia Shield of the Southern Slavs, which is over here. So I guess we're back into our political part of the tree. There we go. We've completed this focus. And finally, the Panic of 1931 will be gone. Well, that's interesting. Well, the Germans are being aggressive. They've puppeted the Netherlands and now they're going in on Belgium. Belgium is not guaranteed by anybody, so I guess, are they just going to take them? I don't know. Maybe they will. But I'm sort of just still building up. I'm finishing our last economic focus right here. And then I believe we should probably prepare for upcoming conflicts because our army right now is still just terrible, giving us minus 15% attack and minus 10% war support. So we'll head down these few focuses next. Alright, well, it looks like our first major war is about to take place. Germany seems to be going in on Japan. They have a war goal on them. We'll see if they declare this. To our north, Austria has eaten their dominions, or whatever you want to call them, and now they are a big blob again. But yeah, this tripartite is still a thing, so we're really going to need a miracle if we want to take out France, Italy, and Austria. Well, Germany also now has a war goal on France. They haven't declared this war against Japan yet, but I could see them very well declaring this war against France. And that would put them at war with Austria as well, because, you know, they are all in this faction. Well, Germany has declared this war on France. So our time to strike against the tripartite is coming up. Yeah, let's head on down to King Alexander's great ambitions. We'll send a few ultimatums over, and then we can grab war goals on Italy or Austria, but either one will do. There we go. We are flexing our muscles here. Alright, so now we can send ultimatums to Greece and Romania. Let's do Greece first, and let's line our troops up on the border with them. Well, Austria has united the empire, so Croatia, they have just annexed. Alright, let's see what Greece says. Greece has resisted, and we've gained a puppet war goal on them. And they don't have any guarantees, they're not in any faction. Let's just declare this war, and we will just fully march our troops on in. Well, the Greeks got a lot of troops up, so I'm doing the smart lure them in strategy, where I backed up my lines and I'm just going to wait for them to, overextend themselves. Boris the Third will take a throne. We must be vigilant. Alright, well, I'm going to line my army up on this border just in case. Look at this. Also, it appears we can expand our borders, and if we have control of certain lands, we can integrate them. Well, the tripartite now has another enemy in the UK. Now, Austria has Switzerland? Yes, they have. Well, we have taken all of mainland Greece. They have not capitulated. They have literally 0 divisions left, but they still do have naval supremacy. And we can do this focus. The Balkans belong to us. Yeah, I believe they do belong to us. Let's do that focus. And we're still a democracy, so we can put these guys on local autonomy. We can finally send an ultimatum to Romania. Let's see what they say to that. Hopefully they accept that. Alright, let's see. Hopefully Romania accepts. Of course, they resist. We could probably declare this. They're not in any faction. Let's just do it. Well, Russia has war goals on the Reichspakt now, so this is going to be even more complicated, probably. And yeah, Russia just declared on Poland. That's phenomenal. And there goes Romania, finally. For some reason, the Russian Empire is feeling threatened by us. Okay, yeah, of course. I mean, I would too. I'd be very threatened of me. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna justify on Austria to retake our core state of all these. Let's retake our core states. This takes us 15 days to justify, which is perfect. Well, the same day we have strengthened our friendship with Russia, we have ended our friendship, or not so much friendship, with the Danubian Federation. Let's declare this war. Finally, we have something to do. Well, the Russians have agreed, and we have joined their faction now. So if we wanted to, we could call Russia into war with the tripartite. It looks like we also did get invites to the Reichspakt and the Commonwealth of Nations, but that's alright. The Russians are our Slavic brothers. We will join them. There we go, a very successful operation, and we can also just straight up own Albania, Northern Epirus, and Bansag. Well, let's go for a little naval invasion, give it a go, and launch this invasion. Well, that was very successful because, as you saw, they had nothing on the port. And we've taken Rome just like that. So, no matter what universe we're in, Italy is a pushover, and that is constant. And establishment of the Balkan Union. The real question is, will it work out? That is a very valid question. Looks like we got cores on bits of Romania and I think all of Greece from that focus. Yeah, we're now up to 4 million manpower. Perfect. Oh, I just got a pretty massive encirclement of Italians here. Can't wait to close this pocket. And Italy's capitulated before we could even close this encirclement out fully. Paris has fallen. The capture of Vienna should be enough to capitulate Austria. Let's get our troops moving into there. The Germans have completely ground to a halt, and I would imagine it's because of Russia on their border. There we go. Finally, we've taken Vienna. And somehow that's not enough to capitulate Austria, so I guess we'll have to take Linz or Innsbruck, whichever comes first. And France is actually very open, and are they close to capitulating? Yeah, they're pretty close to capitulating as well. Alright, so, I mean, might as well push into France as well. I'm just gonna grab military access from the Germans just for this last little push. And we'll also see if we can take out Austria here in the very, very near future. France has capitulated, wow. So it's just Austria left. And yeah, they're at 98%. Let's take a look at the casualties just before this war ends. We've taken 255,000 casualties, 157,000 to Danubia. We've inflicted 383,000 casualties, and Italy 88,000 to 746,000. Let's just walk on into Linz and end this war. And we have 19% of the war score. Check it out. We have taken 18 states. Looks like a lot of puppeting has taken place. We do have a Italian puppet under Marco Polo. Oh god, I can make a joke there. I'm sure you understand. Yeah, I mean, I think the last thing I want to do is help out our Slavic brothers and take out the Reichspakt. Well, apparently the UK is justifying against us, or our faction as well, but no, I don't think I want to take out the Commonwealth of Nations today, so I hope I don't get dragged into this. Well, Japan just declared on Russia, so that will put the Commonwealth at war with Russia. Let's just truce break it, yeah, why not? 184 political power, I don't think we're going to be missing that. There we go. So we've joined the Russian war against the Reichspakt. So in the Reichspakt, we would need to capitulate Germany, German France, the Danubian Federation again, and India. Well, I don't think we'll probably get down to India. I do think if we push them out of continental Europe, we'll call it there. Alright, I guess let's hit the magic buttons. Yeah, why not? We'll just see how it goes. Now, when I tell you pushing is the hardest thing ever, because supply and, well, the horde of bodies on the border, I mean that. I've decided, well, what better way to break the deadlock than make some pretty nasty tanks, so that's what I've done, and as you can see, it's 1937, so I've just been waiting around here pretty much. That's ridiculous, man. I can't push at all, even with full green air, CAS, and tanks. Hey, finally, we've taken the supply hub. Oh my god, sea people are attacking China. Well, wouldn't you know it, I started an offensive not on my border, and yeah, they're collapsing because they're not having to defend against me or wanting to push me. So my mountaineers are running wild, and we've actually pushed into Germany a bit. Well, despite the absolute gridlock here everywhere else, we are at the gates of Berlin. So let's just right click with our tanks and mountaineers and just hopefully make it in there. There we go, we've made it into Berlin. We are out of manpower and there's no way to actually increase your conscription law here. Just a ton of naval invasions showed up and really bogged us down, as well as just the horde of troops that find themselves only on our border, funnily enough. Well, we have these now. Well, our country is secured and I think that's all we can ask for, really. Yeah, the game is going very slow, and the British naval invaded the Russian-occupied Germany and took all that, so you know what, I just deleted my units there, and they are not at war with them. We've stabilized our fronts and everything, and you know what, I think we could get a favorable peace deal with the Germans and with the Reichspakt. We could sell out Russia and probably get a lot of this land, so we're gonna leave it off here. If you guys have managed to watch this far, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. It would mean a lot to me, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.